William Murphy here, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. It's pretty cold this morning, it's sun's shining, but it's pretty miserably cold. Anyway, I've got the jet wash out, and I'm going to tidy up a car that's just come in. It's got a little fault, and I'm going to rectify that. But before I do anything, let's get cleaning this Ultima GTR. Hey! Right, so I'm going to get this cleaned up. There's lots of elements on this car that I'm not particularly happy with, especially with like cleanliness, but it looks very, very cool to say the least. This is a super cool car. So you look at areas like this, you've got stones and dirt and rocks. I'm going to get rid of all of this, clean up inside the wheel arches, again at the back, clean up all the wheel arches. The car has come in for a fault, which is the lack of brake lights, so I'm hoping that there's going to be a loose connection somewhere or something's just not right. Anyway, inside here as well, just have a bit of a clean up all onto the chassis legs, just make it more presentable. So yeah, just make it a bit more presentable all round and make it a little bit nicer to work on and work with. When you look at the back, you've got a mark here and a mark there. There's actually a bit of a dip on these panels, and the water sits in there, and if it's not washed off or rinsed, then it's obviously going to create a bit of a muck, which is what happens here. The problem you have then is you get water sat on the panel, and because this is a wrap, it's added extra weight onto it, and the wrapper then is sort of like split and cracked as a result. Obviously that added with the heat of the exhaust underneath, it's a recipe for disaster. But when you look underneath the wheel arches, they've got stones in the back, and you've just got regular push fit terminals, nothing's waterproofed, so there's going to be something to do with there, I think, which would be my lack of brakes. And yeah, then we'll get inside later on, give it a big hoover out before it's returned. But again, this side, it's just really not what you expect to see from a supercar. Brake dust all over the wheels, front and rear, and yeah, we'll get it all sorted. But I guess the first thing to do is give it a rinse, followed by a bit of a snow foam. I'm using a new product in this car, courtesy of the owner, and it's a GTechniq. I have used GTechniq products previously. You may recall from the video I did on the Range Rover Sport, where I ceramic coated the wheels, the GTechniq product there. But I've got a GTechniq's G-Wash, so I'm going to use that on this particular car. Hopefully that's going to work wonders. Try my best to do a contactless wash to start with, using the jet wash, using the G-Wash, rinse it all on. Probably do a second go of the G-Wash, and then have a bit of a contact sponge and go over that with microfiber cloths or whatever. I've got a wash mitt. Then it can be dried, and I can start looking at the other issues on this car as they present themselves. One of the joys of having a supercar is that, unfortunately, when they are like this, when it's like a not a factory built car, when they are sometimes built by enthusiasts, you just have to sort of keep on top of the maintenance. This is quite an old car now, really. It's like a 17 plate, so in the eyes of supercar fame, it's had a good innings. And we obviously want to protect that and make it go even further. So let's get stuck in with today's wash, and get it back in the garage before we start looking at the next tasks. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. So the G-wash has been applied. I'm gonna let that just simmer off. It's probably not the right way to do this, but it's gonna be better than nothing. It's gonna go with a bit of a wash, a rinse. Now we use this. I'll rinse it off, I'll do it again, and hopefully that'll make this thing really, really pop. Probably enough time, let's rinse it off. Try again with the G-wash. Right, so this time I'm going to go and do the G-wash and then go over it with the wash mitt and then rinse it off, and then that'll be it. I'm going to dry the car and call it a day. Frustratingly, it looks like I need a new wash mitt because mine has vanished. I've got a microfiber, brand new. Label off. Let's get. So while this comes out relatively clean, I've actually cleaned half the car now, and you can see the difference between clean and not cleaned, and it's pretty significant. And it's only really when you start cleaning up the surface you realise just how dirty this car is. So yeah, one little wipe and it starts getting cleaner. So a lot of that just sat on the surface, and it's pretty disgusting really, but we're getting there. It's looking much better. There's a couple of things I have spotted which I'm not particularly keen on, but as a whole I'm very much happier with this vehicle in the state it is becoming. Now, whilst it didn't look particularly dirty to start with, it definitely looks a damn sight better now. So I'm just going to quickly dry it off, and get it back into the garage, and then we'll start looking at the faults that have been raised and the other faults that I found, and go through that in a separate video. So I'm going to leave this here, but thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, there should be a few more videos coming up on this car once again. And yeah, leave a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you haven't done this already, please consider becoming a subscriber to the channel. Get some really cool stuff on at the moment, like this car, and others that have been before, and others that are coming after. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.